All right, let's talk about USAID or USID, depending how you want to say it. On one side, you have people saying this is all good stuff. They're providing medicine, food, education, culture, American culture to other countries that may come back one day to help America. On the other side, you have people saying this is all money that's going out that needs to stay in America to help with our problems, infrastructure problems, homeless problems, all kinds of issues that we're having right now. So let's take a dive into it. The United States Agency for International Development, some people call it USAID, and they need to stop because it makes it sound like it's some sort of passport. It's terrible. It's a terrible way to say it. But I know USAID doesn't sound that much better. USAID sounds like US has AIDS. I don't know. Maybe that's what Trump really wants to do. He just wants to rename it. Anyways, it was created in 1961 by President JFK. Basically, after World War II, there were already a bunch of like agencies and organizations helping to rebuild Europe after World War II. The idea is to fold all those programs and agencies and organizations into one agency that will make it easier to kind of manage. And the liberals are mad because these programs are getting cut, and it's such a small part of the budget. USAID only gets about $20 to $30 billion, right? And they're saying that's peanuts compared to the trillions that go into, I don't know, defense or whatever other project that's out there. And on the right side, they're saying that any money going out needs to stay inside America because we need that money right now. Right? Make America great again. That's the idea. Like, we need all the money. There's a whole other side to this USAID story that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about. And I feel like it's the most interesting part is that supposedly USAID is a front for CIA and DOD operations, supposedly. But it makes sense because China has the same program with their Belt Initiative, where China would go into these countries in Africa or Asia or wherever and help them build like a bridge or a port. And it's a win for the country, and it's also a win for China because these countries are now captured by China and they will vote or follow China's will on certain topics. If you look at the history, anytime China goes into a country and helps develop them, they follow China's like directions later down the road. And that's what we're trying to do with a lot of these programs. It's just that it's hard to kind of like say it or see it, but that's what's going on. Now, not all the programs in USAID are like this, but there's a chance some of them are. And if you look through the list, it's actually very interesting if you actually look at the list of what they're funding with this lens. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that they're funding. Okay, so let's see here. 1.5 million for DEI in Serbia, advancing diversity, equality, and inclusion in workplaces. I mean, there's a bunch of DEI stuff. There's another one. It's DEI musical production in Ireland, 70,000 to make a DEI musical. There's a whole bunch of them in here. But what I find funny is that on the right side, they're saying DEI is bad, right? It makes America weaker because supposedly you're not getting the best qualified worker for that position, right? So if DEI is bad for America, wouldn't you want to push DEI to other countries to make them weaker so America can just go in there and crush them? So I don't know. That's what I feel like why they're pushing all these programs overseas. That's a possibility. See what else is on here. 2.5 million for in Vietnam for electric vehicles. Well, that's just Elon doing his thing. Ooh, this is a good one. 20 million for Sesame Street production in Iraq, producing a Iraqi version of Sesame Street. Now, if I was the CIA, this program would help us, I guess, brainwash the next generation to help them kind of like have softer views on America because I don't know, they don't like us very much. So that's a possibility. Let's watch a little bit of it. Oh, that's wild. I mean, I guess it would be cheaper to just take the American version and kind of dub it, but hey, whatever you want to do. I don't know. A lot of these programs, if you look at it from like a CIA point of view, it makes sense to kind of help destabilize or carry favor down the road.